right, guys, we have another special guest on the line. Today we are talking to someone that you guys all wanted us to talk to. He goes by the name MrTechnicalDifficult. Not Difficult D, MrTechnicalDifficult. But we're just going to call him Kyle. So, Kyle, we want to thank you for joining us on the After Hours show.
Oh, no problem. I've never done a radio interview before, and this is my second one today. In the whole 3 years I've been on YouTube, never done it. Second one today, and I'm ready to talk.
There you go. That's awesome. And we got you once you're warmed up, so that'll definitely be good. You've been really busy. You've been moving into a new house. You have a baby on the way. I don't know if you've released the name of that baby. I said it like it's a movie or something, but I don't know if you've released the name of that baby yet.
I know exactly what the name is. It's in letters, like wood cutouts on the wall right now, but no, I have not told anyone, and it's still going to be a mystery after today. It starts with an A, though. I can tell you that.
An A. All right. Well, I'm not even going to try to guess because I have no clue what it could be, boy or girl. But you've moved into your new house, so congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Now, you also were a part of something known as PTFO, and that was kind of, I don't know if you consider it a podcast, but it was definitely a live stream on YouTube that was growing, and it was growing pretty rapidly. What happened to that?
It was pretty much just I would call it an interactive podcast, a live one where we'd interact with the viewers. But we just all got busy doing our kind of separate things, and we might start it back up in the fall. We're talking, there's a video game event called PAX coming up, and they're all coming over. Jimmy and Burns, they're coming over. We might do it again, but when it's like hot out and shit, and they got to do, they're 2 hours ahead, they got to do it at their time. Oh, yeah. And we kind of just started doing our own things. We're all still buddies. People thought we got into some like fight, but no, we're just still buddies. And it's kind of like, I would say like they put all like the good TV shows starting in like the fall.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it something like that, because I have been kind of lazy on my channel because it's been super hot here in Washington lately. So it's not dead. It's just on pause right now because Jimmy, he's running his own pro gaming team. Burns has a few channels he's running. And so, yeah, just busy.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of our listeners would understand that because a lot of our listeners are probably the older end of the spectrum on your channel. But I definitely do see a lot of people every now and then. I'll check on the PTFO thing, and I'll read the discussion. And it's gotten pretty bad. Have you seen the discussion lately?
I haven't even. I don't even want to look.
It's like every other one is like, go thumbs down all their videos, like unsubscribe from all their channels, or it's
okay.
It's a mess, but yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with YouTube is mainly it's younger guys. And then I actually, for my channel, I have a lot, like, compared to other channels, I have a pretty older following. But a lot of the younger, like, some people get in their head that they think they know everything and that they can control the YouTuber when really, I mean, just myself moving into a house, moving out of the apartment, my wife is pregnant. I mean, all this other stuff, and we just didn't really have time. That was another reason. Jimmy just had a newborn baby. My baby's in the stomach, and it's fucking hard, and his baby is out crying and shit. And I think he has like 5 or 6 kids already. So,
damn.
Yeah, you can imagine that. And honestly, I'm not like the most talkative guy. Like, they would give us some topics that I would never even talk, and I would just be like that awkward guy sitting there. And but it'll be back. So if you're the person listening and you're in that comment section, I doubt you're they listening, are. But fuck you. Just kidding. No, it's coming back.
Dude, our listeners are brutal. A couple weeks ago, we had someone call in to the show, and I don't know, they said something stupid, and we had callers call in specifically to say how stupid that person was. Like, so our people are brutal. I think, actually, now that I think about it, some listener, I don't even remember who, sent us your video. It was a long, long time ago. One of your gameplays, your little kid gameplays. And it ended up on our show somehow, and everyone loved it. And I think that's how we originally first found out about you.
Oh, okay.
It was, and I think we even have you as a sound drop somewhere. Yeah, it's you as the little kid. And I forget, you're saying something like, today, Junior. And it just works out perfect because when people call in and they don't talk, we play it.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, that's one of my favorite. I'm starting to do it a lot more because I've been like I said, I've been so busy. I've been so far away from gaming, but I'm starting to do that, and I do a little creeper voice too. But little kid is probably that, and chat roulette is probably the funnest for me because like it's priceless. Like the people, just from them thinking you're a little kid, and then going from thinking you're just some fucking typical little kid, and then you're just going off talking all this shit to them, and I love doing it. I've done, actually I got like probably like 4 or 5 episodes ready to go on my computer right now. It's fun.
Now, one thing that amazes me is that people don't ever catch on, or do they?
The creeper, I know they're gonna catch on because that's just not even realistic. Like the really deep voice, but the little kid, no, people never actually catch on. They're never like, wait, you're older. People, I don't think I've ever got that.
Yeah.
And then the people that don't catch on is when I don't do a face cam, and it's just they hear a little kid voice and they think it's a little fucking kid. Either I have to explain at the beginning, like, hey, I'm 25 years old. I'm pretending to be a little kid. I have to do that. But since I started doing the face cam, I did a face cam last week, and I think it's up to like, or no, it's 2 weeks ago. I think it's up to like 800,000 views because people think it's funny now that they understand what they're watching is actually an older guy.
All right, so the first question that comes in was, what was it like meeting Burns and Chaos for the first time?
So for some reason, most people think I'm like really short and like, you know, they think I'm just like your typical internet nerd, you know, like super fucking skinny and stuff, you know. I don't know why they think that, but really I'm like 6 foot, 220 pounds. I have fucking solid muscle, you know.
Yeah.
But Jimmy was pretty much what I expected. And I mean, over the internet too, you know, you do shit that you wouldn't do in person. That's why a lot of YouTubers are kind of like socially awkward. Like I'm even like socially awkward in my own certain ways. And but Jimmy was outgoing and just what I thought he was going to be. Burns was a tiny bit more quieter than you would, because he messes with people in his videos too. So you think somebody that would be messing with people might even be a little more like outgoing and stuff. He's just like somebody you knew on the internet for a year, and you finally meet him in person. I met him I think twice. But both of them were really cool. Stayed at my house, and after a while, Burns he wasn't as quiet. I mean, after you get to know him, you hang out with them for a day. I hung out with them all weekend, and then you hang out and you go start drinking and stuff. Then everything's cool. But so it was cool. I mean, kind of weird. Like you just imagine you're dating some girl for a year online and then you meet her, and even though you know her for a whole year, it's still fucking weird when you meet them in person. Yeah, no, definitely, I would agree with that. It would be weird, especially if you expect something and then they're different. Not necessarily personality, but even like you said, height and everything. It's just like, and Burns is a pretty skinny guy. I didn't know that because all you see is his head on the screen, and he was a lot skinnier than I thought he would be. But yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't that they weren't weird. It was just the concept was weird because, like you said, you do build up this thought in your head like how they're gonna be or how they're gonna like actually look like and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't weird. I don't know if I made I don't know if I made it sound like I had something wrong with Burns, but no, not at all. Okay, no, you're good. Once again, guys, we're talking to MTD, Kyle, MrTechnicalDifficult, White Lightning Kyle. You have a bunch of names. So I just want to be called Kyle. Just call him Kyle, guys. So once again, check him out on YouTube. Probably pretty easy to find. I'm pretty sure if you type in like chat roulette, you're the first thing that comes up now. Or I think if you type in MRT, I think I beat Mr. T. I don't know. Let's see. Really? MRT. Oh, yep. Well, it says MrTechnicalDifficult little kid on Xbox Live. There you go. Beat you, Mr. T. There you go. Shout out to Mr. T. If he's listening, you can call in. So I doubt he's listening. All right. So any closing thoughts, Kyle, before we end the segment? Thanks for having me on. Thanks for coming on the show. For all our listeners, check him out, MrTechnicalDifficult on YouTube. We'll also link a couple of the videos, some of the ones we were talking about in the interview. The little kid, the one that we first saw, and we'll also link the one that he just posted that he recommended. So we'll get both of those up, and we want to thank you for joining us on the show, Kyle. Well, thank you for listening. Well, not you, but them. Everyone. We appreciate it. My butt's sweaty. It's kind of warm. You know who I am.